The S&P is trying to break a major resistance level. If it fails, this could be one of the most impressive bull traps of all time and the index would melt to much lower levels. However, if the index breaks this resistance, this could change everything. Get ready because the next move will be unstoppable and I will explain my thoughts in details in this video. Let's work on a few scenarios and see what technical analysis has to tell us about the S&P index. Welcome to the Finance Hydra channel. My name is Nathan. Let's analyze the S&P index right now. First scenario. Let's say you are bearish, alright? You don't believe the S&P is going to recover, you don't believe this bear market is over yet. After all, it is still a bear market. The S&P since January 2022 is doing lower highs, lower lows. We don't see any meaningful bullish reversal structure and this is it. What's more, we are inside a descending channel, a crystal clear descending channel. The economy is not doing that well, we see inflation, we see Federal Reserve, there are many bad catalysts out there and it feels like we are not gonna reverse. So what's in here for you? Well, the key point you must watch closely from here and you don't wanna see the S&P breaking is this purple trend line over here connecting the previous 5 top levels on the index right now, because if we break this descending purple trend line over here upwards, we are trying to do that right now, by the way, but if the S&P actually breaks and confirms a breakout closing above this purple trend line, doing a crystal clear bullish structure in smaller time frames, then okay, this is gonna be very bad for you. This is the key point. You don't want to see the S&P breaking. What's more, if the S&P breaks the 4100, it is going to trigger a bullish pivot point. And this is going to completely frustrate your bearish thesis on the S&P index. So you must watch this purple trend line very, very closely. And you must watch for a top sign over here in this area. Right now, at this moment, unfortunately for you, there is no meaningful top sign. The S&P is doing a bullish candlestick pattern. It is trying to break this resistance. So right now at this moment, there is not a meaningful bearish structure indicating that the index will drop to lower levels. However, if a bearish structure appears, if we see a crystal clear bearish candlestick pattern over here, a crystal clear top sign, then okay, maybe the index is going to resume the bearish sentiment. After all, again, we are in a bear trend. The momentum is bearish. And according to Al Brooks in his book, I believe it is Trading Congestions, if I recall correctly, he says that nearly 80% of the breakouts are false. So, okay, you are watching this key point very, very closely from here, from now. And what's more, if we lose last week's low around 38.85, keep this key point in mind, 38.85. Remember, because we are gonna get back to this key point later. If it loses 38.85, it is going to trigger a possible hanging man candlestick pattern over here, because last week we did a hanging man candlestick pattern and usually this is a top sign. Theoretically speaking, it is indeed a top sign, but this top sign was not triggered yet. If we lose this key point, then I believe, in my personal opinion, as a retail trader, I believe the index is going to drop to much lower price levels, potentially triggering a bearish pivot point, doing a lower high, lower low, because this is what the index has been doing since January 2020, right? Lower highs, lower lows. And the next technical support level for the index in this scenario is around 3200. Which is around this purple trend line over here, the bottom line of this descending channel, and a previous support level from 2020. From October 2020, from September 2020, and this red line over here did work as a resistance on June 2020. So the 3200 seems to be a quite relevant target to work with if the S&P actually triggers a top sign over here and if it materializes a bearish structure in smaller time frames. So this is the scenario you would be working with if you are a bear. Right now, so far, I don't see any crystal clear top sign. Personally speaking, I would be amazed if we see this scenario materializing, but right now, there is no evidence that this is going to happen. Now, if we analyze smaller time frames, do you remember the 3885? It is quite close to a previous key point us seeing in the daily chart, which was a previous support level twice in the past, in the recent past, in January 2023, and this key point over here worked as a resistance level on December 2022. This line over here, which I'm gonna change the color to green, this green line over here is the most important key point. This color is not looking good, right? Let me change to purple again. So this purple line over here is the most important key support level for us on the S&P, because if we lose this support level in the daily chart, then we're gonna materialize a possible double top chart pattern on the index over here. And again, this is going to materialize a crystal clear bearish structure in smaller time frames. In addition, if we take a look at the monthly chart, using Fibonacci's retracement, if we pick the previous bottom from March 2020 to the previous top level on December 2021, January 2022, we are just above the 38.2% Fibonacci's retracement over here. And this key point is quite symbolic, because if we lose the 38.2% retracement right now at this moment, we would ignore the 50% retracement and seek the 61.8% Fibonacci's retracement. Look at how amazing this coincidence is around 3,200. So 3,200 would be your target to work with if you are bearish on the index. Now, did you know that 50% of my audience is made of non-subscribers? I mean, you have been watching for nearly 8 minutes right now so far, a random Brazilian guy looking at a chart talking about the S&P. Theoretically speaking, this video should be extremely boring, but somehow you are still here. There must be some magic in this channel, so seriously, consider subscribing. I'm not asking, I'm just saying I think you are gonna like our future content as well. Alright, now, let's say another scenario. Let's analyze another scenario. Let's say you are bullish, okay? You are waiting for a crystal clear bullish evidence on the S&P. Well, as I told you guys previously in this video, this purple trend line over here will be a very critical key point for you, because if we break this purple trend line, the S&P is going to do something new. It is going to do a crystal clear breakout of a long-term descending channel since January 2022, and this is going to be a critical reversal point for the index. If we trigger a crystal clear bullish pivot point doing a a higher high, higher low, it is going to officially put an end to this bear market. So watching this purple trend line over here is your first step. In addition, there is a crystal clear resistance level in the daily chart at 40.15 near the 4K, right? The 4K is a very emblematic psychological key point for us, but 40.15, this previous resistance level, this red line over here, is the resistance you want to see the S&P breaking, because if we break, we're gonna trigger a minor bullish pivot point in the daily chart, meaning we're gonna seek the next resistance around 4,100. In addition, we found a support level around the 21 EMA, above the 38.89 over here, this support level. So it feels like the trend is starting to reverse. That's the reversal key point you want to see the S&P triggering. What's more, another thing to reinforce your bullish thesis is that we did a hammer candlestick pattern. I'm so sorry. We did a hanging man candlestick pattern last week. Oh, Nathan, but you just said that a hanging man is, in theory, a top sign. Well, You are correct, but if we analyze Bulkovsk's website, you will see that its theoretical performance is of bullish reversal. However, its tested performance is bullish continuation 59% of the time. This is near random, but it is slightly more bullish than bearish, and of course, the above numbers are based on hundreds of perfect trades according to Bulkovsk's website. Alright, speaking of website, check my website, join the top 5% of traders that can actually make money while beating this market. My personal portfolio has a public performance, so seriously, join our community. We are doing insanely well recently. I think you guys are going to enjoy my content. Now, back to the S&P. Okay, so its tested performance is of bullish continuation, yes, and we triggered this hanging man upwards. So this reinforces your bullish thesis on this. The next technical resistance is the 4100 area, which is a key point because it is a pivot point that would be our game changer between bull trend and bear trend. It is going to be the first bullish pivot point since the S&P started this bear market over here. So the 4100 is your next resistance level, and if we break this resistance, then the trend will truly reverse. Then this is going to put an end on this bear market. Either way, the next movement is going to be explosive. If it is going to be upwards or downwards, it is a little bit too soon to tell, but of course, I'm gonna keep you guys updated in this channel, so seriously, click on the like button, subscribe, check my website, join the top 5% traders. I appreciate your audience, my dear friends. See you guys tomorrow. Stay safe.